What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Chris Cage the Barber here with another one of those hot videos showing you how to do a good old taper. A quick, simple, light, bald skin taper, medium height. So the first thing I'm doing right now, as you see, I'm taking my BRGs and I'm doing a 1.5, and I'm debulking the hair all around even. And the reason it looks different less in his hair is because he grew this his hair out from the fade. So that's why it looks different. So I'm just really just debulking everything and just, taking it down to 1.5. And eventually it all comes out. Always be careful around the crown of his always be careful around the crown because you never know which way their hair is growing. They could have a cowlick in the middle of the crown, so you always gotta be careful. I'm always careful around that. And once again, I'm using the BRGs, the detachable blades. That's the BRG clippers, detachable blades. And then as you see me get my wall seniors, and I put on a one guard, and I just go clean up everything. And it's still like a 1.5. I'm just basically cleaning up everything because I open it all the way up. And as you see here, I always like to line up as I go. I'm a barber that cuts in steps. So I always line up as I go. I do one side and I do the other side. I always cut in steps. So as you see, I'm lining him up. And I also line up also because it helps me see the lines, and I use a line as a way to figure out how high am I going to taper and figure out where are there any lines. As you see, I made my guideline also to start the taper off also. I made it diagonal. And the side lineup, you always wanna it always should be no farther than the top of the eyebrow, where your eyebrow arches. That's where you should be. Where you feel the bone piece inside the eyebrow, that's where you should start. That's where the lineup should be on the side piece. Some people go farther back. And as you see on here, you see I grabbed my wall seniors and I closed them. And I probably go up a half an inch, just half an inch halfway open. But then I use the one guard right there to detach, to debolt, actually, sorry, not detach, to debolt the hair. Go up like in half an inch. That was a one guard, and I debulked the hair up to half an inch. And that's just to let me know how much fading room I have. Now, as you can see, I have a half guard on there, and that's just to always be safe. And that's to hit that bottom line, knock that bottom line out. And he doesn't want it like super high taper. He wants it medium, so that's why I didn't go all the way up when I was debulking. And this right here is a 1.5. I'm debulking the hair. That's 1.5. So as y'all watch me debulking, man, I'm gonna just talk to you guys and just chop it up with you guys, man. You guys leave questions in the comments, please. Let me know anything I need to know. Remember, I'm new at this, so please tell me what I could fix or what I could improve on also. far as videos. And any questions you guys have, just let me know. What clippers I use, I always use Wall Seniors. They're my favorite. Them are my favorite clippers. I used to use I used to use the Magic Clips, but I don't know. I just fell in love with the Wall Seniors. They fade totally different. And as you see me keep on putting on the right here, I keep on putting on the one and then the 1.5, and that's because I'm playing with it and fading it out, fading everything out, making sure I get that perfect blend and not going too high. But you guys let me know where you from and just continue watching the video because I want to be different in my videos. I want y'all to actually see a full cut and not like speed through it and everything. So you guys check this out. And I'm playing with this whole thing. I'm playing with the debulking. I'm actually fading now. And I go back and forth for my 1 and then my 1.5 and then my 1.5 guards. And see how it's like medium. I'll probably knock that little line out right there at the top. And then I go back up under, those are my gold Babyliss FXs. And I go up under there just to make it skin. I go back up under there and I bought out that bottom spot. On a lot of times, I forgot to tell you guys, I down fade. I fade from the top to the bottom. So I make my guideline, I debulk some hair, and then I down fade. I forgot to tell you guys that. Sorry about that. I'm still learning about everything. So I down faded, and then now I go back and then I clean up that bottom line. That's why I'm going back with the clippers. Now I'm fading upwards. And I'm fading upwards just to hit that bottom line. And when I hit the top line, that means I'm down fading. I'm fading from the top to the bottom. That's another way you can figure out the height of your taper. And your fade also, if they don't want it too high, always, to me, it's better if I down fade. Once you down fade, it lets you know how high your fade is gonna go. So say somebody want a medium ball fade and not a high ball fade. Say they want a medium ball fade, not a high. You're going to make your guidelines. You're gonna debulk 1.5, and you're gonna fade from the top to the bottom. And then you go back at the end and you get that line out, then that's when you clean up that line from the bottom, if that makes any sense. So you guys gotta bear with me. I'm new at making tutorial videos, new at articulating what I do also. So basically I'm telling you guys the things that you need to know as far as what number it is, what clipper I use. I love the Wall Seniors. This is my favorite. And you see I'm down fading. Down fading. And that's what makes me not give him a high taper. I down fade a lot of my haircuts. Down fade a lot. But like I said, you guys subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share. Any things I need to improve on, you guys let me know. Improve on as far as making videos. Because I'm very new at this. And just like to chop it up, man. Y'all hear about the stimulus check coming out, man? That's funny, right? Everybody, I didn't know so many people was into the government. Back to the cut. I think that's a number two, yeah. That's number two. I'm debugging that little line up there that was there. Debugging the line. And you guys see all that coming out. I made sure you guys see one side for sure. Make sure you guys. And then I also another tip too also is certain the way people head go, the haircut, the way you cut a head, it'll let you know how a haircut should be, the way a person's head is shaped. Sometimes some people want a certain haircut, and it will not. Their haircut will not shape that way. It's just their haircut. Their head is not that type of haircut. So try your best to give them what it looks good. And here I go. I'm lining it back up. This is where I'm really gonna line up. I do a light line at first. This is where I'm really gonna line it up. See, he got one of them hairlines that go kind of backwards, and I try my hardest not to do that because it pushes lines back. So I'll make sure that I keep this line as far as upwards as I can. Oh, you guys see that blend? Like I said, like, comment, share, and let me know the things I can improve on as far as making videos. What you guys want to see more of. Let me know. And I always use a razor on the side lineup because that razor will let you know how far you can go back. The razor will not let you push that sideline back. A little technique I learned. I hit it with the razor on the side. And that's the white part, that's just the skin coming up. Just the dead skin coming up. Now as you see where his eyebrow arches upwards? See how that's where I made the line at? That's where you're supposed to have the line. It's not supposed to be at the end of the eyebrow. It's supposed to be where your eyebrow arches up and comes down. If that makes sense. The little peak part of the eyebrow, where the eyebrow peaks at, that's where the lineup should be on the side. It shouldn't be at the end of the eyebrow. That means you pushed the line back too far. Push the line back too far if you went way back. Me trying to figure out how to focus this, trying to learn this YouTube and stuff. Sorry about that. I'm all in the way, huh? Now I'm gonna line that up. And you always want to make sure those are even every time. Arch those as possible. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. I'm just chopping it up with you. I think I'm gonna start a music video channel. I haven't seen that yet. Oh, you guys see that? That taper, man. It's really, really clean. Sometimes I wild myself sometimes with the haircuts I do. They're pretty nice. Like I learned I can really cut hair. I can really cut hair. Line that up, make sure everything is right. And I'm gonna speed this process up. It's the same thing on this side. Sometimes hair grows different on both sides. So sometimes you cut it different. Sometimes I'm cutting at an angle because his hair grows different on this side. His hair grows downwards on this side. The other side, his hair grows. It goes with the pattern of the way his hair grows. Sorry about that, y'all. It goes the way of his hair grows. I'm just trying to do a raw, uncut video. That's what I want to do, raw and uncut videos. I want y'all to feel as close to me as ever. I'm just a normal person. At that ear, his hair grows totally different on this side. So I'll make sure I will get that. And then when they start falling asleep, this guy falls asleep every time I do his hair. See how his hair grows different? Then I'm gonna hit behind the ear. And a taper also, it never goes higher than the peak of your ear. Right where your ear bends, that's where the taper should start at. Always remember that. Always use the facial features, eyebrows, ears, anything to know how high your tapers is. And your fades, you always use the facial features. I can't stress that enough. You use the facial features always. I'm blending that out. I'm gonna get all that right there. Took a little time on that, right? You see? I want y'all to just watch, like, no matter what, I could tell y'all what to do and tell y'all how to do everything. Like, you can follow along, just watch. Really, the thing is just to watch, take my technique, or you can use my technique, take my technique, and add it to yours and find your way to cut. Because everybody don't cut the same. Everybody cut different. I cut in steps. A lot of people notice that. A lot of people be like, what they think. They be like, oh, you cut different. Yeah, I cut steps, and that's how all my haircuts come out good. And also, it kills a lot of time too. It kills a lot of time cutting the steps. There you go. I used the razor again on that side. Really good. People don't understand. Like, have y'all seen that new movie Soul, man? That movie, I waited for that movie a long time. It was like, it was a cool movie. Oh, look at that blend. Look at that blend. Sorry to change the subject, but see that blend? That's so nice. Back taper, you see. I start off low, closed, closed, go up, deep oaken with the one and with the half guard, knocking that out. Oh yeah, and the ear on this, the back taper should never go past the middle of the ear. The middle of the ear. Never go past the middle of the ear. It should never go past the middle of the ear. But I was saying, have y'all seen that? That Soul, man? The Soul movie was okay. It was decent. You know, I think they could have did better. It was really okay. It was cool. But did y'all see the barbershop scene though? The man, he really knew how to cut, huh? The barber, the cartoon animated. And people don't understand that we are really therapists. A lot of people don't get time to know us. Like we're really cool people. Barbers are really cool people. We do a lot for people. We give people confidence. And I take pride in what I do. I take my time in what I do. Always. She take time. See, this taper took me really, I took an hour on people's hair. It took me an hour, but I mean, I sped it up some. But it took me an hour to do this. It's just a taper, but I take pride in what I do. You see me using the corners of that. That's a 1.5. That's a 1 guard right there. I use the seniors. I stopped using Andis Masters like a year after I got out of barber school. To me, they take off too much hair. That's the one. That's the 1.5 right there. Wall guard, deep oaken everything. It really took me 30 minutes, 45 minutes to do the tapers, I think it was. And then like another 20 to do the lineups. I'm hitting all that, deep oaken, all of that. Sit back and watch and learn. Just watch. Questions? Y'all got any questions? Just let me know. And see. Never make it higher than. And that's another reason why I line up the back too, because that lets me know how high the taper should go. See, I see a little poke still. So I'm gonna hit that. Hit that. What's that? The one, the hat, the one. It's a 1 guard. You know, and I use my camera also to see where I need to blend more too. The blend is good. The blend is really good. And right here I use the Topic. When I used to apply the fibers at first, I used to spray spritz first, Topic second, spritz again. And I didn't like the way it used to make it look. It used to make it look unnatural, like too shiny. So now what I do is I spray the fibers first, and then I spray the spritz, and it makes it look more natural. Then I blow dry it, but I don't apply too much. I just let it fall on it. That's what I do. I let the fibers, and I let the spritz fall on it. Then I go back and I line up. That's why I'll always line up before I put the fibers on, so I know where the lineup is at. Some people line up. Some people put the fibers on and make their line themselves. Some people line up, and make the fibers, make the lineup themselves. Right there, and all I'm doing is going over. All I'm doing is going over every line that I already did. I'm just retracing everything. That's all I'm doing. Once I add the fibers, I'm just retracing everything. So then I didn't already did everything that I needed to do. Just a razor to knock all that off the forehead, because it makes it look like you're pushing the line up back, but like it's pushed back, but it's really not. It's just the fibers that laid on the forehead, and you cut it so it looks like you like pushed the line back. You actually didn't. Knock that off, feather that off. I really want y'all to learn from me. I really want y'all to learn. I'm trying to give out all the steps and everything. Just be normal. See, it looks like a pushback, but it's not a pushback. I love the way his tapers always come out. His tapers always come out good. Then I go over the full head and I knock all that off. I line all that up first and just go over and knock it all off. See, I'm knocking all that off. Feather it off. So, subscribe, like, comment all below. Any improvements I need on videos, let me know. I'm still learning. I'm brand new at this, and I know it takes a while to get used to this YouTube stuff. This is only my third haircut tutorial video. So bear with me. I will learn. It don't happen overnight. Things take time to learn. It's just like barbering. I didn't know how to cut it. I was trash at first. That's another thing. I gotta give y'all. What's the word I'm looking for? You guys gotta enjoy the process, because it's beautiful to see where you started and where you come from. Believe me, this is a lot of work. This is me, man. It takes a lot of work. I went through a lot. Don't think you're gonna get in here and you're gonna be the best when you first start. It takes time to get where you need to go. It's like you planting a seed. You know, you don't see growth at first. You know, it don't just go straight. You don't just put a seed in the ground and just grow like overnight. No, you don't. It takes time to grow. You plant a seed and you let it grow. You work hard, because the inside, the foundation of the seed is growing hard in order to push through that dirt and grow. So you ain't gonna see no growth at first, but just keep on applying pressure, keep on staying consistent and commit to you learning. I had to commit. I committed to me learning how to do that. I said, this is gonna be my career. I gotta really learn how to cut hair then. I can't be playing. I can't be playing at all. And that always gotta be perfect. Me a taper. It's gonna take a while. It takes a minute to build your confidence. I wasn't even confident. That's why I wasn't even confident at first, but that's why I didn't want to do haircut videos. I didn't want to put it on the internet like that. So, but everybody was like, "You might as well just start." And I was like, "Okay." And like when I actually see my hair, because I know I feel good about my haircut. When I actually see them on camera, they actually look good. I just doubt myself. You gotta believe in yourself, no matter what. It's going to be a process. Believe in yourself. Do not doubt. You're going to go through those doubts. You're going to be like, I want to quit. I ain't getting clientele. You got to apply pressure. You got to go back to the old school way. You got to do what I did. I used to take all the cards, all the flyers at the shop, and I would walk, get clients. Apply pressure. And then when they get in your chair, when you get them in your chair, you act like it's your last cut and cut people hair like you want your hair to be cut. Don't just give nobody what you think they should have. No. They show you something. They show you a picture, then you get as close as you can as they ask. If you can't, then you explain why you shouldn't. None of that. All that. My videos is gonna be raw and uncut, man. For real. And on this part, I always lay to get the line up straight at the front. I don't know, I probably had to be one of the first barbers to ever do this. I don't know about ever, but I started lining up from the top. And that's just something I just learned. I just did that one day and I just started doing it ever since then. Because it lets me see the lineup actually. Instead of trying to guess to see this side up, no. I actually could see. I'm trying to find angles how to do this. See, that's not a pushback. That's just all the fibers that's on his forehead. And what I'm doing is just going back and retracing the lineup that I already did before I even put fibers in there. That's all I'm doing. And if anything's uneven, then I'll make it right. See, making that even. Because that's where his hair. Because people don't have the perfect lineup. A lineup is a style also. That's not no pushback. That is fibers. His lineup is right where it's supposed to be at. See, if it was a pushback, the razor wouldn't let me cut that. It'd just be all bad. You could see it. But that's all I'm doing. I'm just knocking off all that hair. All the fibers. That's all that it is. Subscribe, like, and comment, y'all. Perfect, getting that perfect lineup. A1 lineup, making sure everything is right. And I just want to be straightforward, raw with you guys. I don't want to fake like I'm perfect and all this. You guys don't have to be scared to ask me questions. I want y'all to be cool with me. Just ask me anything, man. Like, we good. We in the same industry. I don't act like I'm bigger and better than nobody because we all barbers. We all in the same industry, so we all learning. Still learning. No matter how old you been cutting, how long you been cutting, how new you still learning. I learned something from a new kid just a couple weeks ago. And I learned something from him. And it's really helpful. See, I'm hitting that all perfect. Corner though. I need to cut myself. Like, subscribe, comment, share. I'm just hitting his mustache and things right here. Just getting them ready. To me, the haircut is just I mean, to me, the mustache is the hardest part of a haircut because you gotta be so even. You gotta be so even. If I'm quiet, I'm just letting y'all watch and just check it out. Just checking out the end of this part. Checking out the end and just finishing up real quick. always hit that with the clean it up with that shaver. I always gotta clean up with the shaver. Hope y'all liked the video on some quiet times. Hope y'all liked the video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let me know anything y'all need to know in the comments below. Pretty nice taper.